everybody. On behalf of the Jordan family and the entire staff, welcome to Wiscasset Speedway. This is your track announcer, Ken Minen, ready to bring you the call of today's race program. The most important rule while you're here today, have fun. The drivers are ready. The crew is ready. We hope you're ready too. It's race time at Wiscasset Speedway. Get settled in, folks. The show starts now.
Hey, shake and bake, Cal. Woo! Shake and bake.
All right, folks. First up tonight, I got Chris Matchett back in the 17. Quite a big night for the late models up ahead, Chris, and a pretty good-sized field.
Yeah, they just said in the drivers' meeting there's 19 of us, and actually, I guess Ray Dinsmore sponsored $1,000 extra and to spread out across the field, which is kind of cool to hear. And yeah, now we're going 50 laps for our spotlight feature tonight. So
yeah, I did hear some rumors about that extra money, but Ken wanted to make sure that it was finally confirmed in that meeting. So he was telling me they were thinking about like 500 to the winner, and then the rest of the 500 bonus money divvied up throughout the rest of the field. So is that what they said? Something like that?
yeah, they didn't really say how they were going to split it, but they did say that most of it was going to go to the winner, but they were going to split the rest throughout the field or throughout some of the rest of them. So.
And from what I gather, it is the 1-year anniversary of Ray's father passing away, so that's why he did that. So pretty cool there.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll move on to a lighter note there, Chris. I wanted to ask you some silly questions. First, wondering if you had any pre-race rituals to get you geared up for race time.
No, not really. There's nothing, it used to be a few years ago I wouldn't eat race day just because of nerves, but I've gotten over that too. So it's, it is what it is.
Yeah, back when I raced, I always heard, like any type of athletic sports in general, eating a hard-boiled egg for breakfast or a banana, that's like a good start to the day. You don't do anything like that anymore?
No, nothing like that. I try to eat lunch, and that's usually about it till dinner time anyway, so. But.
All right, hey, what's your game plan for tonight going into the races?
We'll see what we got, I guess. Car's been really loose in and off. You slow down enough, the center's good, but you're losing all the speed coming in, so we keep trying to tighten it up a little bit, and we'll see what we got in the heat race.
All right, and what's been your strategy for the season? Not necessarily racing on the track wise, but like you miss a few races and you come a few. So what have you been doing on your off weekends, and what makes you determine which weekend I'm going racing and which weekend I'm taking off?
Well, we decided at the start of this year we weren't going to run every race. We go camping for 2 weeks, and it just happened to fall that our middle week that we were camping was the week we raced here. We missed one other one because we weren't sure where they were going to get it in because of rain, and I already knew we weren't going to race full season, so we didn't even bother, and come to find out, they got it all in. But, sometimes you win some, you lose some. So, but really, we're just, when we're all ready and together, we'll just go. So that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, we've had some of them weeks where everybody thought we were crazy for keeping it going, and then we ended up getting it. But then last week, we got everybody here, and then come race time, 5 o'clock is when it started raining.
Yeah, well, that happens. Been pretty rainy summer, so we'll see.
I say last week, that wasn't for your racing, but that was for the Pro Stock night, and it was kind of a shame for everybody.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, Chris Matchett, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Now we got the Burgess family. Chris drives the late model. His son Ben drives a 4-cylinder Pro. And Ben, just like 3 or 4 weeks ago, you guys had double feature night for the 4-cylinder Pros, and you got both of those features, and it seemed like you were rubbing it in your dad's face there a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, he hasn't done it before, so that's cool. And just good night. We've had a lot of bad luck earlier this season.
But Chris, you did get your first official late model feature win this season, right?
Yeah, I got my first feature win in the late model, and then I got driver of the month, which he hasn't done yet. So,
so yeah, a little banter between both of you guys, rubbing it in back and forth. So Chris, how's the late model going tonight?
Not great today. We found a broken part in the garage and we had to change that, so I think it's off just a little bit, but we'll get it back.
All right, so I've been asking some other guys if you have any pre-race rituals to get yourself geared up. So, Ben, I'll ask you first. You got anything special you like to do on race day?
Fill my water bottle. That's about it.
The in-car water bottle, is that an important aspect?
It is.
Gets pretty hot out there?
It does.
All right. Dad, Chris, how about you?
I have no water bottle. I'm old, so we just race. I like to try to keep things calm.
Yeah.
That's how I like to do it now.
It's try your best to make it a no-stress day.
Yes, exactly. Those tend to be the better ones.
All right, so refresh my memory again. What's broken on the car right now?
Right now we got a sway bar bolt that's broken. Trying to fix that. We had a broken J-bar mount in the back this week that we found, so we're getting it together.
Okay, sounds like I should probably leave you guys alone so you can make the heat race.
Thank you.
All right, next up we got the 26 of Brent Roy, who's been on a little bit of a roller coaster ride for his racing season. Give us a little recap about your year so far, Brent.
It started off pretty good. Got a couple top fives and a fourth, and the last couple weeks have been kind of rough. Finished 14th and a 10th, but we made a lot of adjustments this week to try to turn the table around and start going forward again. Try to get up in that top five with the competitive cars.
How's it feeling tonight so far?
With the heat and not a lot of rubber on the track, it's loose, but hopefully after heat races get done and we get some good laps out there, I think it might be pretty decent.
All right, so on a lighter note there, Brent, do you ever talk to yourself when you're racing, or maybe sing or hum to yourself?
On caution laps, I do talk to myself quite a bit and critique what I'm doing out there and try to improve on the next run.
Yep.
To try to improve and make adjustment to try to get the car going better.
Do you have to calm yourself down?
Sometimes, if I'm involved in a wreck or the car's wicked loose or something like that, I have to take a deep breath and just say, hey, let's drive to the car's potential and not overdrive it, because it's just going to make you slower and be in the way.
All right, so who do you got on the radios? Your spotter. Do you like to be real chatty on those?
Yes. Sometimes in the longer distant races, we'll joke about coming in for a pit stop to get some, a bite to eat or joke around like that. And so it's a good atmosphere between us, and it's been going good this year.
Who do you got on the headset though? Has it been the same person all year long?
Yeah, the Calvin Dyer is my the spotter this year. It's been going very well.
Yeah. So Brent, do you like somebody that's really chatty? Like even under green, do you like them to talk a lot, or do you like them to just keep it short and sweet?
I like the more talking, so I know where the cars are. If they're two cars back, I like to know that. So if they're gaining on me, I got to push myself a little bit. I don't want to get comfy and get slower and slower every lap. So I like when someone talks to me the whole race.
All right, Brent Roy. So pretty big night for the late models tonight. You excited?
Yes, it's the good car count finally after 3 races or so. We finally got almost 20 cars, so I think it'll be a good race if we can all be patient out there, and hopefully we can put on a good show for the crowd.
Yeah, an extra 10 laps than normal, and a little extra bonus that I think they just mentioned in the drivers' meeting, right?
Yes, one of our drivers did like a Venmo on Facebook and got about $1,000 to add to the overall purse tonight for everybody. So it was very nice of Raymond Dinsmore and his wife to put that together for us, and in a nice little memory of his dad passing a year ago.
Yep. All right, cool, Brent. Well, good luck tonight. Have fun out there.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, I got the 51 of Ryan St. Clair in the late model tonight. And Ryan, I see some pretty fancy pictures of you and the wife on the beach on Facebook this week. You guys take a fun photo session out there?
Oh yeah, we got a little one on the way. Expecting it the 21st of this month, so we can get as much racing in before the baby comes, and then we'll see what we can do after that.
Do you guys already have a kid?
Oh yeah, we got a 5-year-old Carson. He's He loves racing. He's a made man.
All right, so is he going to have a sister or brother?
We're not finding out, so we'll see when it's born. Kind of going old school with it.
All right, so you say the 21st of this month, so that's going to put an interruption to the Boss Hog 150 for you guys, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping it comes a little bit sooner so that way I can race the Boss Hog. I'm really hoping to get there, but it is what it is. Family's more important.
What car would you run in that race?
Well, we're going to find out next weekend. I'm going to try to switch this one over to a Pro Stock and see what it does, and if it goes all right, we'll race this. If not, we'll have to find another one.
All right, definitely a prestigious race for you guys. You know, we got old Boss right there. What's it mean to the whole family? I'd say, what's your take on it?
It's a big race. It means a lot to all of us. I mean, really, just to have our grandfather still in the racing community and everything else, and still out and about with us all the time, and still racing against him. It's a family thing for us. We love going out and racing, and it's just what we do, I guess.
All right, Ryan, on a lighter note, I asked some silly questions out there, and one of them was if you could describe your driving as a Disney character, cartoon character, who would you think you are out there on the track?
I have no idea. I don't know. My son could probably give you one, but I don't really watch much for Disney, so I don't know.
Is the son pit side?
No,
Where's he at?
He's actually camping this weekend, so he's with my sister-in-law. So.
All right. Well, how's the 51 car feeling tonight? Pretty big night for the late models.
Yeah, it's not feeling real racy. I'm on old tires, and the tires I won with back the second week, I think. So we'll see what we can do. We're consistent, I think, but not very short speed fast. So we'll see. Hopefully we can make it through the 50 laps.
All right, Ryan St. Clair. Good luck on the new child on the way.
Thank you.
I mean, congratulations. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I think we'll wrap things up with Connor Winters, who clearly has a different car this week. It was white before last time I saw it, and now it's black. So Connor, tell us about this ride.
This is one that I raced last year and wrecked, and just got it back and got it fixed and got it together. Raced it last race, but weren't very fast, and got it back to where we want it this week.
Just waiting for Wendy to finish up there. So everybody know that was on the pre-recording there. So anyways, hey, when I walked over here, you had your little brother sitting in the window there, and you gave him the boot before the video camera turned on. But I gotta ask you, do you ever have your little brother do some of the lousy jobs that you don't like to do on the car? Like one job comes to mind is cleaning the inside of the windshields, right? Those are terrible.
He kind of cleans what he wants. It does whatever he wants. He helps out a lot. Both of my brothers really do. But he kind of, if he feels like cleaning it, he'll jump in and clean it. But for the most part, it stays fairly clean.
All right, so you got two little brothers, and then your dad. Who's on your crew? Who is a part of this 4-car?
It's me, my brothers, my dad, Ryan Murphy, and we've had Nick Reno and some of his crew helping out today.
So how you feeling today?
Pretty good so far. We were hitting the ground pretty hard in first practice and got it up for the second practice. Just got to come up a little bit more, but hopefully we'll have something to compete with.
Now, were you in a lower division earlier this year, or was it last year? You've just been in the late model the last couple of years?
I've been in the late model for 3 or 4 years now, I think.
Okay. All right, so you used to have a 4-cylinder Pro, though, and then so from then you went straight to the late model?
Yeah. Yeah, we had the 4-cylinder Pro. I raced that for 3 years. Then we jumped up to the late models.
Okay. So you still got the white car. What are you going to be doing with that one? Keeping 2 late models?
Might sell it, but undecided still what I'm going to do with it. It's basically a complete roller, but we'll see.
Oh, so did you take the motor out of that and put it in this?
Yeah, pulled the motor and some of the parts off of it, but I have most of the other stuff for it still.
Gotcha. All right, Connor, good luck tonight. Have fun.
Thank you.
And with that, a good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back home to Wiscasset Speedway on this, well, we got a pretty beautiful evening here in Mid-Coast, Maine. We appreciate you guys joining us here as we get into the month of August. We're on week 16 of the 2023 season, and this is Group 2, headed up tonight by the Wood Pellet Warehouse Late Model Sportsman. These guys will have a 50-lap main event for you tonight, along with the Modifieds, the Strictly Streets, Outlaw Minis, and Roadrunners are back in action. This will be the first of 2 heat races here for the late model sportsmen. This will set the front half of the field for their 50-lapper today. On the point today, Ray Dinsmore in the number 81. We'll tell you more about Ray's week in just a little bit. I know Nick alluded to it earlier. Special, important week for him, paying tribute to his dad. To his outside, Pat Murphy in the 86. Brent Roy and Alex Waltz are on row 2. David Getchell and young Silas Ripley on row number 3. Then you got Chris Matchett and Frank Moulton on row number 4. Brett Osmond and Colton Chabuk on row number 5. 10 laps coming at you now, ready to turn them loose, and here is Nick Huff with all the action.
Let's go racing. I don't care how bad of a day you're having, as soon as these cars come out ready to race, that sound can certainly cheer you up. And look who's out front, the 81, Ray Dinsmore. Two by two behind the 81 car. Brent Roy up the inside. Patrick Murphy just coming off his first top 3 of the season a few weeks ago on the high side. And David Getchell in the 88. He's had a roller coaster of a season. Looks like maybe that car is finally up to par, and he's going to put the 88 up into 3rd place. Alex Waltz might have something to say about it as Getchell drifts through turn 2. Right sideways into the backstretch, and he blends it out of it. Looking stout in the 88 car. Alex Waltz stays right up tight as Getchell continues to have some sloppy corners through 1 and 2. And Alex Waltz in the 00 is going to capitalize, as well as Chris Matchett is coming up in the bottom. Halfway flags are out. Ray Dinsmore has led it thus far, but Brent Roy is putting on a charge, and Waltz is going to dare to go to the high side. Alex Waltz to the top of Brent Roy, and they are evenly matched out of turn 2 and down the back chute. This is certainly helping Ray Dinsmore get a couple of car length cushion on them. As just moments ago, Brent Roy was all by himself and able to put it up tight on the 81's back bumper. But 2 cars running side by side slows the pace just a little bit, and they have lost some ground on Dinsmore. Not much though, as Alex Waltz begins to reel him back in with 2 laps to go. That time at the line, Dinsmore is going to see the white flag now. And now we've got contact at the back of the field. White flag has already waved, so the next one is going to end it, but Getchell and Colton Chabuk get together. Checkered flag is going to fly here. What a race to the finish. Separated by just a fender, Ray Dinsmore edges out Alex Waltz. And hey, heck of a run by Alex Waltz. We don't see him run up there too often, so definitely looking forward to seeing that 00 closer to the front tonight.
Yeah, 64 100ths of a second was the interval for that win, and a heat race nonetheless, but a checkered flag going to this guy, the number 81, Ray Dinsmore. Now, if you got here late and missed pre-race, 1 year ago this week, Ray lost his dad after a long illness, and Ray wanted to pay tribute to his dad because his dad was such a big fan of late model racing. And Ray and his family gathered up an extra $1,000 to put into the late model purse tonight. So a big chunk of that going to the race winner. The rest will be scattered throughout the purse. And a great way to honor his father this weekend. Ray Dinsmore picking up the heat win.
Here we go. We're going green with heat number 2. Couple of guys just using this one as a warm-up, it looks like. Just getting the car dialed in for the feature. But we got a 5-car race up front. These guys aren't giving an inch. Side by side, 2x2, Chris Burgess and Connor Wenners, and then it's John Emerson and Will Collins. Josh St. Clair, happy to have him back in late model competition. He's hanging close with that top 5 bunch, as the front 2 will not separate. Will Collins breaks free of Jonathan Emerson, and now he's gonna settle in behind that lead pack side-by-side battle and see which lane progresses. Josh St. Clair might limit his choices, though. St. Clair's gonna pull the 14 up on the high side of that Ford Mustang number 25. We are halfway, and they are still 2x2. Look at that lead car battle with Burgess and Wenners. Nobody giving an inch for this one. 4 laps to go. Josh St. Clair falls out of line, and he gives up a couple spots as the 8 of Randy Barker now breaks into the top 5 due to that one. Hard contact out of turn 4. These guys are racing like it's a feature win. Burgess and Wenners with a hard slam down the front stretch, and they'll see the 2 to go this time, still fender to fender. Connor Wenners, first time with that new car out this season, and he's got a slight advantage down the back chute coming to the white flag, but Burgess is still not going to give up on this qualifier number 2. What a barn burner we have here for this one. 2 corners left as they are door handle to door handle going into turn 3. It's between Connor Wenners and Chris Burgess. Wenners had the advantage going into 3, but Burgess comes out of turn 4 on top. Here come the Outlaw Minis. Green flag in the air. And Ian Frazier had to be pushed out of the pits and didn't sound too healthy under those pace laps, and not surprisingly, not up to speed at the drop of the green, so he quickly falls behind the field. So Jeff Farrington led the first half a lap, but here comes Zach Audette in a hurry. Before the first lap completion, he'll put the 19 out front. And on the high side, picking his way through, it's Kyle Willett, the previous champion in the 08 now, putting it up to second. Ian Frazier not able to stay up to a safe pace, so he'll get the black flag for this. But he'll pick up some points for last place, completing a couple of laps in the 16 car. It's Zach Audette, Kyle Willett, and now they're side by side for third. Jeff Farrington and Rob Greenleaf. Halfway flags will be shown this time for Mr. Excitement, Zach Audette. Rob Greenleaf in the 2. Completes the pass for third place, but Farrington is going to stay up tight and keep the pressure on in that 0 car. And this time around will be 2 laps to go for the 19 of Zach Audette in the Outlaw Minis, brought to you each and every week by Kennebec Equipment Rental. Kennebec Equipment Rental has been helping local contractors and homeowners complete their construction and DIY projects throughout the state with their vast array of general tools and equipment. From wallpaper steamers to large power generators, they've been doing it since 1964. That's Kennebec Equipment Rental, with less than one lap to go for Zach Audette. Kyle Willett and Rob Greenleaf is desperately trying to hold on to third, but Farrington has been keeping him honest the whole way. Audette will win it, followed by Kyle Willett, and Greenleaf will hold on. Yeah, great field of these tonight. I think it's the first one this season where we've had 2 heats. So we're going green. Logan O'Done in the 99. And that car looks very familiar, like the Strictly Street of Jeremy Glacier. I'm pretty sure there's a relation there. And Jeremy Glacier is our most recent Strictly Street winner as well. And also at the end of practice number 2, Jeremy Glacier was the fastest car in the Strictly Streets as well for practice. So hopefully those 2 teammates can have a good night. O'Done still leads with some pressure from Kyle Enman. Enman is going to pass on the high side in the number 1. He's got a nose advantage going into the first corner, but coming out of 2, O'Done brings it back a little closer. And I think we've got a few sprinkles definitely posing an obstacle for these guys. Yellow is going to have to wave for that. And let's try it again. Logan O'Done picks the high side. Maybe he wasn't the leader. Maybe Kyle Enman had him edged out by an inch, so I think Enman chose the inside for that restart. Like Ken said, we were 2 laps complete. I know that Logan O'Done led the first one, but Enman's going to start leading them now. And going way high in the marbles. Watch out for that 119. David Whitelaw drifting way high, just giving up the inside pretty much, as Ken Turner's going to challenge down low there. Logan O'Done continues to hold down second, with Alec Brown in the 39 making up your top 3 and trying to maintain with the 99 car. Halfway flags are going to be out this time for the 1 of Kyle Enman. Ken Turner is going to try to make it a race for third now. Looking to the inside of Alec Brown. Enman still leads with 4 to go. Logan O'Done gets a car length or 2 of some breathing room between him and Alec Brown, and then Ken Turner still challenging for that top 3 spot. Up tight on the rear bumper of Brown. Brown clips the curb and jumps the left side tires on that one. Turn 1 and 2 did not treat her so well that time. 2 laps to go for Enman. Brown is going to get a good run down the front stretch and go to the high side of Logan O'Done this time. They are tire to tire down the back chute, and this time Brown has the advantage on the top side going into turn 3. White laundry in the air this time. Enman might have this one in the bag, but we have a barn burner shaping up for second place. Whitelaw might even have a car in the mix here too, as he's starting to reel him in going down the back chute, but we're side by side with O'Done and Brown for second place. Checkered flag flies and Brown loses a spot. Roadrunners, brought to you by Chestnut Automotive, taking the green. It's a dead heat down the back chute. Noah McGrath on the inside, Chip Farrington on the high side. 2-car breakaway from the rest of the pack. And it doesn't get much better than that up front. They are still neck and neck for that top spot. Holding down third is the 78X of Jeff Reed with a little bit of pressure from Jesse Lyons in the 77. First couple of circuits, they are still a pair of magnets up front. The 30X and the 02 still inseparable as they check out from the rest of the field. But we do have a new third place car. The 77 makes the pass, and here comes the 57 of Jason Meservey up the inside. For a brief moment, Jesse Lyons in the 77 had third, but a quick pass by Jason Meservey in the 57. He'll put that into the top three. What a great battle up front. Farrington so close to clearing, but can't quite make the pass complete. And they'll see the halfway flags that time. Nice run down the backstretch that time for Farrington. He put the pedal to the metal going into 3. And he clears Noah McGrath. Looks like Chip Farrington is liking that top side, though. He's going to leave the 02 up there. We got a yellow for the spin to the infield of turn 3. And that was the last place car of Tyler Field in the 78, I believe. Noah McGrath hanging pretty close there, but coming out of 2, Chip Farrington clears once again. And this time it's 2 to go. I think this guy's got 3 or 4 wins. 3 feature wins already. Three feature wins for the 02 of Chip Farrington so far this season. And he's off to a good start tonight, picking up heat number 2. Checkered flag flies. Great run by Noah McGrath, definitely making things interesting there. And look at that field. 10 cars for Heat 1, 10 cars for Heat 2. We got 20 Strictly Streets tonight. And we're green for the first qualifier. Still 2 by 2. Dinsmore trying to make the unpreferred highline work in the 8X. Hard contact down the front chute. Brady Romano goes airborne on the back right rear tire and then comes back across the track, making some contact with Dinsmore to go around in front of the field.
Ethan Dinsmore going off on the hook. Tough break for him. They'll have to assess the damage and see if they can get him back out here for the feature a little bit later on. That right front took the hardest hit.
Joe Harriman showing some big power on that restart. He's even shifting a couple gears. And he quickly puts that 20 out front, followed by the 23 of Zach Emerson, wasting no time. A little bit of contact for third. Landon Tapley trying to protect the bottom, but Scott Eck in the 27 is trying to overcome for that third position. Harriman and Emerson putting a little distance on the rest of the field as Emerson in the 23 takes a peek to the high side now. He's ready to take the lead. Emerson unable to commit to the high side as of yet, but he continues to take a little look out there and see if there's grip. Halfway flags are out. Harriman continues to hold off Emerson, as well as Tapley continues to hold off Eck. That is the third place battle, with the 31 of Chuck Wagstaff rounding out your top 5 right there in the mix. Bumper to bumper for the top 2. Harriman and Emerson are just about touching as Emerson once again looks to the high side but can't make it stick. And Harriman racing in defense mode now, just protecting the bottom. That's what he's telling himself. Protect the bottom, protect the bottom. We got 2 laps to go for the 20. Landon Tapley holding off the charges for third place as Wagstaff gets by Scott Eck for fourth. Moments ago, Scott Eck was challenging Tapley for third, but now he's back to fifth. White flag flies for the 20 of Joe Harriman, who has gathered up a little bit of distance between him and Emerson this time, and it looks like he's going to pick up this qualifier by a couple of car lengths. Checkered flag flies. Emerson was really putting the pressure on there halfway through this race, but in the second half, it looked like he just realized maybe it's not worth it for a heat race and kind of eased up, saving the tires for the feature possibly. Heat 2 coming at you this time. Portland Glass Company, Strictly Street. Mac Hannon clears Caleb Emerson. And the 14 of Ashton Reynolds is going to move up the inside quickly before Emerson can get to the bottom. Side by side for second place. Ashton Reynolds in the 14 is going to take over second from Caleb Emerson Maines, and Wade Kennedy in the 00 is going to keep it right up tight there as well to freight train Emerson. He's going to do it as Emerson washes way high in turn 1. He recovers quite nicely though. Only lost that 1 spot to Wade Kennedy, but I thought he was really going to be freight trained going up in the marbles there last lap around. Emerson is still stuck on the high side as Dan McKeag Jr. gets by, and here comes Jeremy Glacier, the most recent feature winner, is going to crack the top 5 in the 99 car. Mac Hannon Jr. continues to lead, but Ashton Reynolds slips up in second place and gives up the bottom to Wade Kennedy that time. Here comes the 00 up to second. Ashton Reynolds threads the needle across the nose of Dan McKeag Jr. to get back down to the inside, and they are single file aside from Lightning McQueen. Josh St. Clair is the only car on the outside now, and he's trying to crack the top 5 around the outside of Jeremy Glacier. At the same time, Jeremy Glacier is trying to move Dan McKeag Jr. up. Glacier boxed in at the moment with St. Clair to his high side, still trying to progress into the top 5. Wade Kennedy is reeling in your leader, and now he's only got 2 laps left to make the pass. We got trouble for Josh St. Clair. Lightning McQueen was coming up through, but he's going to head out early and take the 95 down pit road. All eyes up front as Wade Kennedy grazes the back bumper of Matt Cannon Jr. And we've got Ashton Burgess in the wall. Burgess skims the wall in turn 4, and he continues to keep it rolling. These are the last couple corners. Coming to the checkered flag, it's Matt Cannon Jr. Wade Kennedy, a valiant effort. Final qualifier of the evening. Let's go racing. And Steve Reno in the 7 jumps right off the bat out front. And the 44 gets freight trained. Jeff Meserve in the 44 quickly goes backwards, and the 0 of Wayne Witten spins out of turn 4. A 1-car spin that could have been a huge pileup. Everybody gets around Wayne Witten, but he'll sit there and bring out the yellow for this one and head right down pit road. Steve Reno likes to make those restarts up high and put the tires to Miesimer out of 4, but Miesimer hangs on pretty good and he's charging back strong. 2 by 2. Miesimer hanging to the high side of Reno. And then it's the other Reno, Nick, in third with Adam Chadbourne to the high side. Oh boy, we're 3 wide. Nice job by Bobby Miesimer to know that they were 3 wide and not come down across the nose of Chadbourne. He'll bring it back in line along the side of Ryan Ripley in the 09. Close quarters there amongst the top 5. All these guys doing a great job racing competitively with each other. Steve Reno is going to see the halfway flags this time. Here comes Adam Chadbourne in the 1. He clears Nick Reno, and now he's working on Steve Reno for that top spot. Father and son, though, are bumper to bumper, first and third. Don't count out Ryan Ripley. He's taking a couple looks to the outside of Nick Reno, but also making sure that Bobby Miesimer doesn't snatch him up. Looks like Ryan Ripley's going to commit this time, and the 09 is stuck on the high side, and that's the only way that he's going to be able to progress now. Ripley washes up with a little help over the front side apron, and Reno in the 7 is all bent out of shape on the backstretch. Nick Reno pulls it up alongside as the father gathers it up. White flag in the air, and Steve Reno is sideways once again. All by himself, Steve Reno into the wall in turn 2. Next flag ends this one. It's going to be a checkered and a yellow for Adam Chadbourne. The last lap there was a handful for the 7 of Steve Reno.
Starting in the 19th position, driving the number 15 out of Bowdoin, welcome Colton Chabak. In the 18th starting position, driving car number 38 from Fairfield, welcome Daniel Harding. Starting 17th and driving car number 8 out of Wilton, welcome Randy Barker III. We've got brothers starting side by side on row number 8 in the 16th starting position. Driving car number 51 from Liberty, welcome Ryan St. Clair. To the inside, starting in the 15th position. Driving the number 14J out of Liberty, your defending division champion, Josh St. Clair. Your point leader coming into the weekend, he's got some back issues, so we told him he could wait in the car. In the number 25 out of Waldoboro, starting 14th tonight, welcome Will Collins. Starting in the 13th position, driving car number 78 from Wiscasset, welcome Tiger Colby. To row number 6 on the outside, starting in the 12th position. Driving the number 24 from Oxford, welcome Jonathan Emerson. To his inside, starting in the 11th position, driving car number 4 from Edgecombe, welcome Connor Wenners. Your June Driver of the Month starts in the 10th position tonight, driving car number 47 from Hartford, welcome Chris Burgess. To his inside, starting in the 9th position, driving car number 88 from Cornville, welcome David Getchell. On row number 4 to the outside, starting 8th, and car number 86 from Woolwich, welcome Pat Murphy. Starting to his inside in the 7th position, driving the 09 from Warren, welcome Silas Ripley. To row number 3 on the outside, starting 6th in the 05 from Wiscasset, welcome Brett Osmond. Inside row 3, starting in the 5th position in the number 17 out of Skowhegan, welcome Chris Matchett. Starting in the 4th position, driving car number 26 from Vassalboro, welcome Brent Roy. To his inside on row number 2, starting in the 3rd position. Driving the number 15M from Pittston, welcome Frank Moulton. And up to the front row on the outside, starting 2nd in the 00 out of Walpole, welcome Alex Waltz. And at the pole position tonight, in car number 81 out of Limerick, welcome Ray Dinsmore. Folks, that's your starting lineup. Let's get our drivers strapped in and ready to race.
I don't have a junior official to help me this time, so I need all you fans to help me. We had a rain out last week, so let's hear some excitement to be back at the track. Drivers, start your engines!
Dinsmore and Waltz ready to go. Green flag is out. Off and running we go into turn 1 and 2. Everybody packed up tight, hustling down the back chute to turn 3. Dinsmore and Waltz put on a great battle in the heat race, and now they're going at it again here in the feature. These guys normally run 40 laps. They got an extra 10 on the table. Alex Waltz with a great run down to turn 3. Put the 00 into the lead. Dinsmore back to 2nd. Frank Moulton holds the 3rd spot, but he's pressured by Chris Matchett in the 17. Matchett tucked in behind in 4th as Moulton goes forward on the outside. Things starting to shake out, keeping an eye on the top drivers in the division deep in the field. They got to work their way through that lap traffic, or through the front cars. Some contact back about the 5th position between the 86 and the 26. Brett Osmond not waiting around. The 05 cracks the top 5. Osmond working that high lane in the 05. Pulls the fender up alongside Chris Matchett. Matchett pressuring the 81 of Dinsmore. Talking about pressure, now pressure on the leader, Alex Waltz's company. Frank Moulton right there on his back bumper in his tire tracks out of turn 4. A lot of racing back there mid-pack. Dinsmore starting to fall back in traffic. Now back to the 5th position. Frank Moulton up around the outside of the leader, Alex Waltz, heading by 65 100ths of a second. Waltz spins over in turn 3. First caution of the race comes out as Alex Waltz has looped the 00. He had been holding the 2nd position.
Moulton was checked out to a pretty comfortable cushion, but now that's down to nothing.
Pace car is in. Green flag is back out. Moulton back in charge, but not able to shake the 05 of Brett Osmond. Osmond, the reigning Super Street champion, running double duty here in the late models. Osmond still there on the outside. That's a good side-by-side battle for the lead. Chris Matchett's got the 3rd spot. Things, little accordion effect on the outside as Pat Murphy had problems in the 86. Here comes Will Collins in the 25, high up on the outside of Ray Dinsmore. Put the 25 up inside the top 5. Josh St. Clair on the move as well. St. Clair started back in 14th. He is inside the top 5 now. Lead pair out to a comfortable cushion so far. Matchett untested in 3rd right now, but closing up quickly is that 25 of Will Collins. Collins now within a car length, closes up to just a couple feet. Little slip by Matchett in the 17. Will sets up shop on the high side, looking to get into the top 3. On the outside, Collins overpowers Matchett, takes over the 3rd spot. Trouble on the backstretch. Ray Dinsmore gets turned around. Second caution of the race has cars scattering on the backstretch. Looks like Ray Dinsmore was the first to get turned sideways in the number 81. Randy Barker took some damage in the 8. Brent Roy in the 26 driving away. You got the 38 of Daniel Harding back there as well. Pace car ready to take the turn in. Frank Moulton and Brett Osmond ready to do battle once again. Again, dead even through 1 and 2 and down the back chute. Collins up to 3rd. He brings the 78 of Tiger Colby with him up into 4th. Colby into the top 5 now. Another driver coming up from deep in the field, the 51 of Ryan St. Clair. But he gets out of line once again, trying to work his way around the 86 of Pat Murphy. 3 cars locked up in a battle up front for the lead. Moulton has got it. Osmond's doing it the hard way on the outside. The point leader waiting in third. Colby fourth, Matchett fifth. You saw Brett Osmond win a Super Street race just like this about a month ago. He is not afraid to run that outside lane. Collins just got to sit there and wait and see what happens. There goes the 81 of Dinsmore back down pit road. They'll even it up once again down the back chute. Front 4 locked in a really nice battle for the lead. Give the lead to Brett Osmond that time. The interval just 43/100ths of a second. Inch by inch, patience paying off on the outside. That 15 car of Moulton starting to tighten up a little bit, and Osmond doing the smart thing to keep him pinned to the bottom of the racetrack. This kid has been a multi-time Super Street and Strictly Street winner, gunning tonight for his first late model victory. Silas Ripley able to make it onto the track, but we're halfway through. 25 laps down, 25 laps to go. He's built it up to about 1/10 of a second. A little bit better speed down the back chute to turn 3. Frank Moulton doing a great job to give Osmond the room he needs to race. Moulton got loose out of turn 2. Osmond gets the lead for himself. Great save by Moulton, but he gave up the lead. Now in danger of giving up second. Will Collins drives around the 15. Put the leader, the point leader, into second. Now Tiger Colby sets up shop on the outside. Back behind them, a battle for 5th has the 51 of Ryan St. Clair driving around the outside of Chris Matchett, but he's been there for quite a while. Daniel Harding in that mix as the handle starts to fade on the 17 of Chris Matchett. Tiger Colby able to get the 78 car into the 3rd spot. Colby going for his 3rd consecutive podium. Moulton shuffled back to 4th. Ryan St. Clair holds down 5th. He's being pressured by the 38 of Daniel Harding. Harding trying to get back into the mix after a couple weeks of issues. Daniel Harding, the 13-year-old, drives out around Ryan St. Clair and into the top 5. There goes Connor Winters down pit road. Leaders coming onto the front stretch. Lead trio looking strong. Tiger Colby starting to measure up the 25 of Collins. But Colby wrestling that car around the 3/8 mile circuit. Pat Murphy off the pace a little bit on the front stretch as cars scramble to get around him. Now Tiger Colby starting to gather up some speed on the outside of Will Collins. Side by side for second. Drives out around Collins into the runner-up spot. Now within a couple of car lengths of Brett Osmond. Will work the passing flag on the 88 of David Getchell. Frank Moulton has lost touch with that lead trio, but no pressure behind him at this moment for fourth. Daniel Harding, same thing. Harding holding down the fifth position with no pressure behind. Got the St. Clair brothers racing for sixth and seventh. We are heading into bonus time now. 40 laps down, 10 bonus laps to go. Here they come. Colby ready to make his move on the outside of Brett Osmond. Good charge down the backstretch to turn number 3. Tiger Colby from 12th up into the lead. And a tough break for Brett Osmond. If this was a regular distance race, he would have had the win. Still a best career finish is on the line for Brett Osmond. Laps winding down. Colby stretching out his advantage, working on the 86 of Pat Murphy. Inside the final 5. Josh St. Clair in the 14 heads down pit road in the closing laps. And a problem for the 26 of Brent Roy. Something broke on the 26 of Brent Roy, and we're going to have to throw a caution. 3-lap shootout for the win. Green flag is out. Let's see if Osmond can pull it together on the outside. Colby's been really tough in that 78. This time by 2 laps to go. Collins in the 25. Harding in the 38. Everybody in the picture. Osmond trying to get down in line. Collins has a nose underneath. White Laundry ready to fly. This time by for Tiger Colby. Down the back chute they go. Comfortable lead for the 78. Checkers ready to fly. Tiger Colby will take the win. Tiger puts the exclamation point on it and takes the win, his second win in the last 3 races. All right, let's send things down to Victory Lane trackside. Nick Huff has got your top 3.
Yeah, geesh, and Will Collins was the one with back problems tonight, but he gets out of the car quicker than Tiger.
This thing has certainly been on rails. He's made 3 trips to the track this season, 1 on his first trip, 2nd in the second one, and wins it again. Definitely got to talk about this Bad Fast chassis by distance. Tiger Colby, everybody. Boy, Tiger, this thing's hooked up, huh, this season?
Yeah, it was pretty good. She was a little loose, but she hooked up on the outside, so I figured I'd pass him.
It kind of looks like you settled in behind him for a little bit, let the tires cool down, and you tried to just be on the outside like as little amount of time as possible.
Yeah, I didn't want to wear her out there. I see Brett was standing on the outside for quite a while, and then he finally got by him. But I let my tires cool down, and then we set her on the outside, and she just passed him.
Who do you want to thank, Tiger, on this impressive season?
Well, I got to thank Distance Chassis. I just got it back from there the other night, and he just made this thing a rocket ship again. I got to thank Kobe's All Center Tire, B&S Video. I got to thank Red Zeets and Rhubar's Redemption.
All right, there you have it for the 78 of Tiger Colby. And now on to this guy, Will Collins. He was contemplating skipping the heat race. Will, you not feeling too good tonight?
No, I hurt my back at work, and I've been gimping around like an 85-year-old man all day, but I gave it all I had.
Yeah, you certainly did. Picked off 1 extra position due to the caution.
Yeah, I'll take that. The first initial restart there, I lost 3 spots because the 78 wouldn't take a spot, but it's just, I'm not why I didn't win it. It just got way too loose and just move on.
Yeah, coming into this race, 60 points ahead on the point standings, and definitely didn't lose any tonight. Who do you want to thank on the 25?
Of course, my mom, dad, my wife, my 2 boys. They don't think they ended up coming. Eaton Construction, Beckett's Auto, Swift Storage, LNS Concrete, and everyone at Pathfinder Chassis.
All right, Will Collins, ladies and gentlemen. And then this guy, Brett Osmond. I mean, it's a little bit heartbreaking, but also this is your very first late model podium, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, you led a heck of a lot of laps. Definitely didn't want to see that caution, did you?
Yeah, I knew once the caution was out, I was probably going to get shuffled back a little bit. We used too much on the outside, trying to get around Frank, but other than that, car was really good.
Who do you want to thank on the 05 machine?
I got to thank Coastal Race Fabrication, Laid Back Lumber, Ward & Sons, McCain Electric, Red Zeets, Cahill Tire, and then Matt Bailey and Peter Turner in the pits, my girlfriend, my mom and dad, and everybody that comes out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first podium finish for Brett Osmond tonight. That'll do it from Coastal Auto Parts Victory Lane with our fabulous late model top 3.
Green flag is out, and we are off and running. They'll stay packed up tight first time around the speedway. And already Willett using as much racetrack as he can find. He loves it up there, up in the 3rd groove on exit. Right out onto the flag stand, but he leaves the middle section of the track wide open. Zach Audette thought about taking it, but patiently waits there in the number 19. Willett drives out around the leader and up to the point. Going to bring the 19 of Audette with him to 2nd. These guys hustling around the track at a little over 76 miles per hour. Zach Audette came into the weekend with a 4-point lead over his teammate Kyle Willett, and they are doing battle right now for the lead. Your 3rd place driver, Jason Kimball, not here tonight. So Jeff Farrington
will jump up into the third spot in points. Zach Audette in the 19. He's been running 2 divisions this year here in the Outlaw Mini Division, and also on Group 1 week he's been running the Thunder 4 division, leading the points in that class as well. Had a chance to talk to Robbie Greenleaf. He was excited to get back behind the wheel. He said he really had a chance to work on the car, just pulled it out of mothballs, had his old tires on it and everything, but was turning some good lap times in practice. No stranger to this track, a couple championships, also former champion at Oxford, former champion of the Northeast Mini Stock Tour. Audette gets a charge on the outside, pulls up alongside Willett. They'll go wheel to wheel for the lead. Roadrunners staging right now on the backstretch, ready for their race. As Willett and Audette go back and forth with the lead. Halfway when they get to the stripe this time. Audette still holds the lead by 1/1000th of a second at the line that time. That's about as close as you can get. Now Audette brings it out under the flag stand. Kyle Willett regains the lead. They've gone back and forth the last 4 laps. Robbie Greenleaf still in striking distance too in that number 2 car. Zach Audette gets another run. Pulls it up tight to the back end. He's right there in the tire tracks. Anything happens, Jeff Farrington is within striking distance as well. Farrington with a couple podium finishes this year. Zach Audette's been a 3-time winner this season. Kyle Willett in the 08, he's got 1 feature win to his credit. We've got 3 different winners here this season. Zach Audette making Kyle Willett earn it, keeping the pressure low, and then swings up high once again. 5 laps to go when they get to the stripe. Robbie Greenleaf now starting to lose touch with that lead pack. Farrington in charge of that 3rd spot now. No pressure from behind. This time by to be 2 laps to go on the 08 of Kyle Willett. Zach Audette will load up for one more charge. Pulls up. Looks to the outside as they get down to turn 3. White flag set to fly. Oh, well, that got a little squirrely into turn 1. Brings Audette back into the picture. As they make their final trip down through turn 3 and 4, Audette had to get in the brakes. Checkers are up. And as they pull in, we will turn things trackside once again. Nick Huff has got your top 3 in Coastal Auto Parts Victory Lane.
Thank you, Ken. Kyle Willett getting the helmet off. And it'll be his second win of the season, finally dethroning Zach on his win streak. Oh yeah, for sure he does. Kyle Willett earned and deserved this one for sure. Let him hear it, folks. He's climbing out. And he wants to hear you make some noise. Hey Norris, how you doing? Well, Kyle Willett. When 4 cars came out of the pit, it was one of them situations where it's like, should they cut the laps, 15, 20 laps? But I'm glad that they didn't. You guys put on a good show.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, it was a hell of a battle. I felt him on the outside there for quite a few laps. I got really loose at the end of the race, so thank everybody. Thanks, everybody.
So didn't he, I think. You want to thank anybody else?
Yeah, my sponsors, Zach, Cody, my family. Thanks, everybody.
All right, Kyle Willett, folks. And then on to Zach. I think he got 3 in a row prior to this, and Kyle Willett breaks that streak. Zach, that looked pretty fun. Was that some of the most fun you've had this season?
Absolutely. He's my best friend. What the hell else do you want to do?
That's what I thought you'd say. She broke loose a couple times there. She getting squirrely on you?
Yeah, she freed up quite a bit at the end, but hey, if I want to lose to anybody, it's that boy right there. We've put everything we have into both of these cars, and they're sisters, so there's nothing I don't have that he don't have, so that's what it's about.
All right, nice run for Zach. And we'll move on to Jeff Farrington. Right at the end there, you saw the moment. Zach broke free, and you put the bumper right across the line. It definitely made it exciting.
Just letting him know I was there. I let off as soon as I let him get sideways. That's just me. I'm a little too nice sometimes probably, but my cars usually come home in one piece, and I'm just happy to be on the tail of a couple built cars with a bone stock 1.8 Thunder 4 with 13-inch wheels on it.
Yes, you certainly did maintain with them guys. Anybody you want to thank on this ride, Jeff?
My dad is always in the pits. I could care less about, but this is all for him. It keeps his heart going. Amber, Willer, all their Banyan, Rhubarb's Redemption, China Redemption and Variety, Main Source of Truth, and all the fans. Thank you all.
All right, nice job for Jeff Farrington, Audette, and Willett. For only 4 cars, that was a heck of an Outlaw mini race. That'll wrap things up in Coastal Auto Parts Victory Lane.
Green flag is out. And they are scrambling 3 wide onto turn 1 right from the get-go. If you want to see one of our next Enduro is going to be on August 26th. Imagine about 50 cars out here just like this. A little mechanized mayhem, we like to call it. Obviously, you want to keep an eye on that 0-2, but he's a full straightaway behind the race leader. Kyle Inman in charge of this one early. One guy who is making up a lot of ground is that number 30 of Noah McGrath. Only car under 20 seconds. McGrath closing in now on Kyle Inman within a couple car lengths. Alec Brown holds down the third spot. David Whitelaw fourth. Side-by-side battle for fifth. Looks like Ken Turner takes that. Turner in the 79. Noah McGrath up on the high side, going for the lead on the outside of Kyle Inman. McGrath takes it at the line, 35/100ths of a second. Keeping an eye on any progress from the 0-2, but he remains a full straightaway behind the lead pair. David Whitelaw using up a lot of real estate in the 119. And he comes right down across the nose of the 0-2. And that is what I mean by entry level. These guys learning the ropes, a lot about holding a line, and David Whitelaw having trouble with that in that Subaru. Noah McGrath in the 30. He's been runner-up to Chip Farrington for the first 3 races, and he is halfway home to getting his first win. .77, a little bit off the pace up on the high side of turn 2. Cars scattered all over this racetrack. And looks like he'll head down pit road and drop out early. Chip Farrington in the 0-2 has raced his way into third now. It took him a while to get there, but he's going to try to chase down Edmond. Like I said, this will give you a little bit of a taste of what a 100-lap enduro is like here. There's a lot of fast cars, a lot of slower cars. A lot of cars way up high, making any way they can get around this racetrack. But imagine about 50 of them being out there. Inside, 5 laps to go now for the 30 of Noah McGrath. There's your battle for second. Chip Farrington finally able to get up beside Kyle Inman. It took Farrington first half of the race to get through a lot of that lap traffic. The interval back from the leader to second place is just a tick under 2 seconds. We'll see if he's able to close it down over these last 2 laps. 2 laps to go, this time by the stripe, for Noah McGrath in the number 30. Chip Farrington in the 0-2. He's knocked down about 3/10 off that lead, but time is running out. Kyle Inman all alone in third in car number 1. White flag flies. One more circuit to go for Noah McGrath. He's got a pair of lap cars up ahead. Not sure if they'll factor into this one, but they get up out of the way, and here he comes out of turn 4. Checkered flag is up. Noah McGrath will take the win. McGrath gets the win. Chip Farrington comes home in second. Kyle Inman will take third. Ken Turner fourth. David Whitelaw fifth. Let's head down trackside. Nick Huff's got your top 3.
Yep, and Chip's not going to sweep the whole season. He won the first 3 races in a row, but Noah McGrath, ladies and gentlemen, tops him this week. Noah, you got a pretty sweet mullet there.
Thanks, man. No, I've been rocking this thing for the last 3 years now. I got it when I started racing, and it's been like my good luck charm. It's brought me good luck. Had nothing but success. It was a great run here. I was having a little trouble with the car at the end. It was cutting out the last couple laps. I knew Chip was coming in. I was just praying to God that I was going to be able to hold him off. And yeah, I like to thank my sponsors, Graphics Coop, Paris Pizza. I like to thank my family, my girlfriend. All you guys for coming out tonight. Yeah, we had a good run, and this is gonna be one to remember. And I'm glad that we got it done.
Nice job, Noah McGrath. Making my job easy. Chip Farrington won the first 3 of the season. He'll settle for second this week. That is a bad, fast Nissan Sentra. Chip, bet you were hoping for a caution there, weren't you?
I kind of was. I just ran out of time. But Noah deserves it. He shows up every week, and he drives 2 hours to get here, and I'm glad he won. And we'll come back and try it next time.
All right, Chip. Anybody you want to thank real quick?
Yeah, Freddy's East Vassaboro, Lee Brothers of Albion, Maine, my wife, Ed Libby, Ben Ashline, Chris Hitchcock, Top Notch Property Maintenance. That's about it.
All right. On to Kyle Enman in the 1. Kyle, have we seen you in the top 3 this season?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think you led a bunch of laps. Did you? You did pretty well in the heat race too. Looked like you had a pretty good day overall.
Yeah, we've struggled with this. All the rain we've had, it wouldn't start this morning, and drying the track. I actually lost all power. It's been out there idling since the heat race. I got to thank my wife, my kids, all the Emersons, my father, my mother, anybody else that's helped me in any way. I appreciate it.
All right, Kyle Enman, folks, rounds out the top 3 for Coastal Auto Parts Victory Lane.
Pace car heading in. Joe Harriman and Zach Emerson ready to hammer down. Green flag is out. Three wide over into turn number 1 and 2. And Joe Harriman will bring him around first time through 3 and 4. Emerson behind him in second. Again, still 3 wide up on the high side is Scott Wiggin in the 26. 2-car breakaway has Harriman and Emerson. And we got cars stacking up on the backstretch, a couple of them linked together. Landon Tapley says, I have had enough. He may have a tire down on the left side of that number 25 as he is losing touch with the pack. Side by side for the lead. Emerson in the 23, Harriman in the 20. The rookie Chuck Wagstaff holding down the 3rd spot. Then comes Scott Eck in the 27. He runs in 4th. Landon Tapley able to limp that 25 car down pit road. Close call into turn 3. Wagstaff and Eck got together into the turn. That'll bring out the first caution as Wagstaff got turned around. Some contact with the 27 of Scott Eck, and looks like the 40 of Dan McCaig has a tire down. Zach Emerson, Joe Harriman remain lead pair, but they've switched sides. Emerson will restart as the leader. But they remain side by side down to turn 3. Little edge now for the 23 of Emerson. He'll bring Eck with him up in a second. Another car on the move is that number 34 of Ashton Burgess. Started back in 12th, and Burgess is now up to 4th. Trouble into turn number 1. That'll bring out the second caution. Looks like Wade Kennedy tried to clear himself low, but the 13 of Emery was there. Speaking of rocking and rolling, let's get going once again. Green flag is back out. Zach Emerson is there now with Scott Eck to his outside, and again they're 3 wide on the backstretch. Caleb Emerson Maines with problems in the 4, and they're spinning up to the top of turn 3. Wade Kennedy involved in another one of the 00. Rough night for him. There goes the 14 of Ashton Reynolds down pit road. Back underway. We'll try it again. Emerson and Eck. Emerson shakes off a bit of the challenge, has the lead for himself. Burgess had Eck sideways onto the front stretch. Scott able to hang on to it. Now Ashton Burgess has some open racetrack on the outside. Zach Emerson, a little bit of comfort now, about a car length and a half over that side-by-side battle for second. Eck and Burgess, neither one giving up any ground. They remain wheel to wheel for second. Then you go back to the 4th place car of Joe Harriman in the 20, Kurt Hewins in the 55. They'll hit 10 complete this time by the stripe. We've had 6 different winners in this class this season in 7 races. Emerson looking to become the 7th different winner. Last time Zach Emerson won was 4 years ago. Seems like it had been a lot more recent, but actually 2019, the last time Emerson won a race here, and that was his championship season. Halfway this time by. Don't count out Josh St. Clair, and then number 95 knocking on the door, pulls up alongside his teammate Kurt Hewins, side by side now for 5th. Able to get by Hewins, now set up on the outside of Scott Eck. Lightning McQueen still on the move, put Josh St. Clair into 3rd. St. Clair started this race back in 17th. Caution flies. Caution is out for fluid on the track on the backstretch. Pace car is in, 10 laps to go. Even up down the back chute they go. Emerson and Burgess, 1 and 2. St. Clair waits in third. Eck on the outside, trying to hold fourth. Kurt Hewins comes in to take away fourth as Eck is caught on the outside. Ashton Burgess, a little bit of an advantage on the outside for the 34. Burgess by 47 100ths of a second. The veteran Emerson is going to make him earn it, though. Burgess able to clear himself. Emerson sideways out of turn 2. St. Clair moves into second. Eck moves up into third. Or check that, Hewins. Eck is falling it down on the outside. That's actually Kurt Hewins in the 55. But Emerson able to rebound and hold on to third. Kurt Hewins working the back bumper of that 23. Hasn't tried the outside yet, but now swings up to the top side. Couple champions going at it for third. Mac Hannon Jr. back in the picture in the 08. 3 drivers fighting it out for a final podium spot. Kurt Hewins patiently working his way around the outside of Zach Emerson. This time by 2 laps to go for Ashton Burgess. Hewins has third to himself as the white flag flies. 1 lap to go. Final time out of 3 and 4. Checkered flag is ready. Ashton Burgess will take the win. And the boys certainly made him earn it, but he drove around the leaders on the outside to take the lead and pick up the victory.
Let him hear it, folks. Ashton's finally climbing out. First career win for Ashton Burgess, folks. Wild race, Ashton. You certainly had to work and earn that one.
Yeah, man, I ain't got nothing left in me. Gotta thank Josh and all these guys for racing me super clean. The 23 was a great race. Heat race, ended up smacking the wall over there, bent through a bump of pipe, but ain't nothing that we can't fix. And as we show that our team is resilient, and I gotta thank so many people. My aunts here, my 2 grandmothers, Paul, all the crew, my girlfriend, Kelly, and lastly, all my sponsors, Jeff Burgess at BRF, Burgess Racing Fabrication, Strictly Roofing, KP Duplessis and Sons, Shibmore Consulting, TJ's Classic Billiards, Asian Cafe, Asian Noodle Bowl, Mainly Concrete Piping, Nana's Funny Farm, Tire King, Nitro Designs, and this one is officially for my grandfather now. KVCC Welding. I just got to thank so many people. all the fans, Wiscasset. Wouldn't want to do it anywhere else. So.
All right, first-time winner one more time, Ashton Burgess. Lightning McQueen. Would you miss miss 1 week there? We're glad to have you back, Josh.
Yeah, I missed a couple weeks. I've been playing with the other car. The late models hurt my feelings. It don't, and I think I've heard it. It doesn't appreciate me anymore, I guess. I don't know. Had a tire fall off on that. But anyway, this thing's pretty good from the back to the front. Congratulations to Ashton. His first win. That's pretty awesome. I wanted to get up there and really apply pressure and make him nervous, but he was gone. I couldn't keep up. So I got to thank the guys over there. We're going to Oxford tomorrow for the 150. See how that shakes out. So I was hoping for a W tonight to go rolling in there, thinking I'm the man, but it ain't the case.
All right, nice run for Josh St. Clair. Ka-chow. And how about Kurt Hewins, everybody? Kurt, you had some wild moves in that one again as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars everywhere. I got to thank Dave St. Clair, my son Ryan, Todd, my daughter, my sister, Taylor, Miller, Bauer. Everybody comes to house me. My father. We run the heat race, and I backed out. We found out that the top AM bolt fell out, so we fixed that. It's a little better, but it's still tight. I think I got quite a bit of work to do to beat Josh.
All right, nice run for Kurt Hewins in the 55 to wrap up our top three. In Coastal Auto Parts, Victory Lane. The Ground Pounders are firing up pit side. It's time for the Modifieds.
For the TNL Automotive Modifieds. Here they come. Advantage to the 99 of Scott Trask. Reno's falling back on the outside. Nick got caught in behind his dad and lost 3 positions on that first lap around the track. Now Ryan Ripley setting up shop on the outside as they get through turn 4. Chadbourne and Ripley stay wheel to wheel for the 3rd position as they all chase Scott Trask. Trask was a one-time feature winner last year, trying to pick up his first win here of the 2023 campaign. Bobby Mesemer with a strong run in the 21. Ryan Ripley trying to get it done the hard way on the outside of Adam Chadbourne. Ripley, as we said, a 4-time feature winner this season in the 09. Ripley now starting to make a little bit of ground on the outside. Gets the wheel up alongside the 21 of Bobby Mesemer. Ripley overpowers him down the back chute heading into turn 3. Put the 09 up into the 3rd position, up into 2nd. Adam Chadbourne jumps out of line to get on the outside. As the top 2 in the class work their way up along the high side. Scott Trask has got some company. Ripley pulls up to the outside in turn 3. Ryan Ripley, you can see him get a little better ground into entry into turn 3. Trask trying to hold the low line. There goes the 21 of Meismer as he spins to the inside of the front stretch. He gets it fired up, but no movement out of the 21. Looks like they'll have to throw the caution. Side by side for the lead at the halfway marker. Ryan Ripley carefully, methodically picking his way around the outside. He'll take the lead that time to complete lap 16. Ripley overpowers him on the front stretch that time to take the lead. And he'll set sail, leaving Chad Bourne to deal with the number 99. Ryan Ripley gunning for his 5th win of the season. Bobby Meismer taps out. He'll head down pit road. And now the top 2 in the class will go at it for the lead. Ripley in the 09, Chad Bourne in the 1, 10 laps to go. Oh, Chad Bourne got into Ripley on the front stretch. Caution will fly with 21 complete. Chad Bourne back in charge, but we've got cars spinning over there in turn 3. We got one car. .22 complete as we get ready for this restart. Chad Bourne is the leader with Nick Reno to his outside. Now Reno coming into the picture late in this one.
Ryan Ripley not wasting any time to pull it up alongside Connor Wenners, because Ryan Ripley wants a piece of Adam Chadbourne, I do believe. Ripley quickly puts it up into second. Chadbourne trying to run away. We got about 6 laps to go. Connor Winters might do the Reno family proud. I think he didn't come here expecting to race that ride, just focusing on his late model, and then they offered that to him. Ryan Ripley unable to close up the gap on Chadbourne. And Connor Winters is staying right up tight with Ripley. The top three breaking free from the rest of the field. Doug Phillips looking for his career best run, sitting in fourth at the moment. This time around, only 2 laps to go, and Chadbourne clicking off faster lap times than Ripley. I suspect victory lane to be a little bit exciting with these two of Chadbourne and Ripley. White flag flies. Looking for career win number 71 or 72 for Chadbourne.
Final time down through 3 and 4. Checkered flag is ready to fly. Adam Chadbourne to get the win.
Adam Chadbourne, folks, climbing out.
Can't make everybody happy.
Just waiting for everybody to get it out of their system. Who do you want to thank on this bad fast ride, Adam?
I'm going to thank my friends and family every week, my sponsors. I'm going to thank Lynn Springs, Shop to Shore, Dresden Takeout, Shad's and Son Towing, Montswig Restaurant, Farley's Cannabis, Norms, Napa, Structure, Midcoast Glass, and Oliveri Super Repair.
Did you have any input on that? Or are you good?
No, I got nothing to do with this.
All right. Adam Chadbourne, I think it's win number 71 or 72 in his career. Ryan, keep it clean.
I think we know who the track favorite is. Probably all I got to say.
All right, Ryan Ripley with runner-up honors. And how about this guy? I don't think he came to the track knowing he was even going to pilot this car. Connor Winters brought his late model. Connor, how did this modified ride come about?
Well, we were sitting down there in the pits. We brought this for Nick to test for Oxford tomorrow, and Steve asked me if I wanted to drive it, and I hopped in it for the heat and tried it, and here we are.
All right, anybody else you want to thank besides the Reno family, of course?
Everybody who's helped me out today. It's all...
All right, Connor Winters, everybody. First modified race, and he lands a top 3. No, we'll keep it short and sweet. Ken, you want to send us home tonight?
All right, once again, thank you very much, Nick Huff. Congrats to the top 3 down there, Victory Lane. We want to thank you guys for coming to Wiscasset Speedway. Don't forget to check the website, wiscassetspeedway.com, for all the details and finishes and upcoming events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check the schedule for next weekend as well. One final time on behalf of Richard and Vanessa Jordan and the entire staff, we want to thank you for coming to Wiscasset Speedway. Have a great rest of your weekend. Please travel safely. Good night.